Hi, Rollers. This song is one of those songs that were in the album of the Third Assault Brigade, when 7 bands, or 8, I don't remember, bands and artists, they united to record that album, and all money from royalty from those songs go to the Third Assault Brigade. So you have a chance to donate by listening to this one also. Let me see. Journalist, chief editor at the Kyiv Independent, Olga Rudenko. Similar situations are happening in all your countries, not only Norway. She wrote a post in Ukrainian on Facebook, and Prometheus UA translated it. So I wanted to read that post for you. It might be unpleasant in many points, but I think a lot of you realize that already. But still, it is important to read this out loud for us maybe to take more action and to, focus on it better. So here's the post from Olga Rudenko. Let me read it. A couple of weeks ago, I was invited to speak in Oslo at a rather important and well-known event, the Oslo Freedom Forum, organized by the Human Rights Foundation. I spent a long time thinking it over. I consulted with smart people. The thing is, this event has a strong affection for the good Russians. So much so that out of 14 listed speakers on their website, 4 were Russians: Vladimir and Evgenia Karamurza, Galina Timchenko, and Yulia Navalnaya, of course. Moreover, last year the organization made Navalnaya their chair of the board and honorem, a symbolic position. Before her, Garry Kasparov held that title. There were no Ukrainian speakers on the program. In 2022, Alexandra Matviichuk and Dmytro Kuleba did speak at the forum. On the other hand, it's an important platform, a chance to deliver key messages to a truly influential audience. That's worth taking. According to their website, the organization's leadership and founders don't include any Russians. It's a standard international team. After weeks of thinking, I wrote back to my organizers that I was ready to accept the invitation, but also shared my concerns about the problematic speaker lineup, the absence of other Ukrainians, and warned that I might address these issues during my talk at the forum. I offered to help them find more Ukrainian speakers. Yesterday, the founder of the Human Rights Foundation messaged me. He thanked me for my honesty and asked to set up a call. I said, of course. He called. I've never had a conversation like that before. First of all, it's been a long time since a man yelled at me like that. Second, even though I regularly communicate with foreigners, I rarely encounter someone so completely out of touch with basic norms that he would tell a Ukrainian he's frustrated by the demonization of Russians in Ukraine, and not all of them are guilty of the war. He said that to me from Los Angeles. Yeah, I see the reactions in the chat already. Just listen to this. What's more, he said the Russians at the forum are not Russians, but our dear friends. So end quote. Not Russians, but our dear friends. He even offered to organize a dinner for me with Yulia Navalnaya. But the most important part, while he told me he couldn't forbid me from expressing disagreement with other speakers during the forum, in brackets, in quotations, We believe in freedom of speech. He repeated several times that if I did, it would be a disgrace. It's a quote. He said that. He repeated several times. That's the kind of freedom of speech they practice at the Oslo Freedom Forum. Maybe that's why Russians feel so at home there. I told him I'd heard enough. Today I wrote them a dedicated email with my thoughts on that call, its tone, and the forum's apparent unwillingness to truly listen to Ukrainians. I see that unwillingness just as she sees that, as Olga sees that. Why am I writing this here? First, if I had known just how unhinged the founder of this forum is, it would have saved me a lot of time and energy I spent agonizing over whether to go. Maybe this information will help someone else. Second, this conversation really shook me. I wanted to share. I'm naturally a sensitive person, and after I hung up, I cried. I couldn't calm down for a long time. I kept thinking how tragic it is that after everything we've been through, we are still so deeply misunderstood and disrespected, even by people who call themselves freedom fighters. But after the tears came anger, and the realization that this man acted like an arrogant, unreasonable bully, and that I will not allow anyone to speak to me like that. And through me to Ukrainians, whose resilience apparently frustrates him so much. I have every right to tell someone off, no matter how famous or important they may be, when they behave with such contempt. It boils down to this. We're ready to give you Ukrainians a platform. First, as long as you say what we want to hear. We're ready to support you, just don't be stubborn. Sorry, it was not first there, but here are the points. We're ready to give you, Ukrainians, a platform as long as you say what we want to hear. We're ready to support you, just don't be stubborn. We're ready to pity you, but the victim shouldn't raise their head. Smile modestly, cry a little, but don't talk back. You've got to be more thankful, as Trump and Vance said in the Oval Office. So that's the end of that post. And I thank Prometheus UA for translating it, for bringing it to you rollers and to me, so I could read it to you. After all, it is a very, a very common thing. I hear about this for the last 3 years, at least once a month, about such behavior of our friends and partners and anyone else in the world, towards Ukrainians. That shit happens there all the time. And I know it's a lot of frustration and anger, and this text is... it may cause you, right? All of that shit. But I needed to read it here. We need to, all of us, we need to face the reality. We should not live in those pink glasses, you know? We should deal with the problems by admitting them. That's the first step. By the way, guys, the main fundraiser right now is for the car for Aeroskifs. It's 250,000 hryvnias. They need a cheaper car. Ivan asked me, and after this one, we're gonna start another one for them. And that one is gonna be for a more expensive car. It's gonna be for a big truck. Much bigger than a pickup truck. It's gonna be like a full-size truck. The MAN, we call it. It's the brand, and most of them... Yeah, Ivan actually asked me for that one long time ago. Okay, Brandon, it's been 3 years of this war, and you're here for the first time. But what? I don't know. I'm just happy to see you here. And
Nice to see you.
yeah, I when we met a few weeks ago, I don't remember if I told you how I call my community members and how we call each other. Did I tell you? No.
No.
We call each other Rick Rollers.
Rick Rollers.
And it is connected to Rick Roll, of course. Do you remember that old prank?
No, I don't remember Rick Roll.
It's when someone asks you to send them the link to some website, and instead of the link, what?
Mm-hmm.
And instead of the link they asked, you send them a link to Rick Astley singing "Never Gonna Give You Up, Never Gonna Let You Down, Never Gonna Run Around."
I know that
desert
song.
Yes. So we are doing that stuff here time to time.
Yeah.
Rickrolling each other, but not much. Mostly we just never gonna give each other up, never gonna. Yeah, so that's a motto.
You're Rick and they're the Rollers?
Yeah, exactly.
Very good.
And altogether we're Rick Rollers. So when I'm gonna be saying rollers, you will know that I'm addressing the community members. Mm-hmm. Yep.
Oh, very good.
Okay, what do you have in your cup today?
It's coffee. It's almost my bedtime, so I need to be on point.
Mm-hmm. So you need to, take some energy, right?
Yeah. I'm an early riser,
Oh, I envy you, early risers. Was it always in your life like that? You were
for many, many years.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, when I was a kid, who the hell wants to get up early,
Tickets plus Rick.
But no, yeah. Into my 20s, yeah. Definitely.
Time
Never
to
gonna
sing Rick
run
посмішка.
around and desert you. Sorry, man. I had to sing along because there was a Rick Roll appearing on the screen and Rick Ashley singing and interrupting.
Is your show running right now?
Yeah, it is.
What are we talking on your show?
Yeah, of course. And the chat can see you. You
All
didn't
right,
know that?
okay then. And I haven't said an F word yet or anything.
Yeah,
to my knowledge.
come on. You need to start swearing, Brandon.
I'm trying not to.
Yeah, really?
I'm trying to behave. I'm trying to behave myself. Somebody told me recently that someday I could do many amazing things,
Mm-hmm.
and they could use me, and probably abuse me too, because it's Ukraine. They could use me to a great level if I just change that one thing, if I didn't swear.
So they want to make you an ambassador someday of some sort, right?
I don't know if Prava sector has ambassadors.
Well,
but yeah, okay. Anyway,
well,
we'll get there.
yeah. So we were live all the way already.
Oh yeah,
and
right.
Yeah. Are we going to get a toilet tour from Brandon? Mama Disco asks in the chat.
That would be highly inappropriate. I'm renting a room. I'll show you where I live here.
Please do.
Just in case anybody thinks I live the high life of cocaine and prostitutes at the Hotel Ukraine off Maidan. Yeah. This is my room in Kiev. I'm a student. And
Wow.
yeah. There's like, I really wish we had a tumble dryer. I mean, I had one growing up. They're so nice.
What's a tumble dryer?
Do you not know? Russians don't know what toilets are. You don't know what. Okay, so once you cross the border from Poland, if they, well, not you, but women of your age, yeah, they've got these things, tumble dryers. You put your clothes in there, and an hour later, everything is crisp and dry.
Okay.
Yeah, but don't get the washer dryer combo. So many young people are buying that these days in Europe, and it doesn't wash well. It doesn't dry well.
Okay, got it.
Yeah.
Um,
What are we going to talk about other than washer dryer combos?
no, man, the atmosphere here is usually like this. I'm joking, of course. We're talking about politics, of course, and your predictions of when this war ends, but I usually don't like that. I'm not, trying to make myself some analyst if I'm not. I'm not trying to seem having knowledge in something I don't have. So we're going to talk about everything, of course. But first,
Uh, I must tell you,
hmm
I've had a strike put against me.
hmm
Um, I was unable to post for a week, and an old video of a short. I ran 8 half marathons in 10 days to raise money for some trucks, one truck, and then it paid for a lot of other things.
hmm
This was last January, and I said, "Glory to the nation,"
hmm
and someone went through that old video, and I was inciting racism and hatred. I will never say "Glory to the nation"
in
again on.
Ukrainian, though, right?
Yes. Um, yeah, I had a strike put against me, and I couldn't go through the YouTube education, that 5-minute click, click, click thing,
Uh huh.
um, because of the Leaf Spring Army the year before. They had caused some sort of kerfuffle for me. So I'd already used that card. But after we finish here, if anybody could over the next week, um, watch my most recent video with me and Harley sitting in the car talking about demining. That would really, really help because, as you know, if you don't post regularly, I'm down to once a week now, and I like it. Um, but because of this strike, if you miss a week, y- you lose minimum 50% of your click through. So if anybody does want to sometime over the next week, um, that would really help.
hmm I will
W-
definitely watch this one.
I don't understand. I simply don't understand how young girls and in their 20s can twerk on the screen in their underwear, and that's perfectly fine.
Uh huh.
Um, but I can make a patriotic saying, and I can be shut down. I don't understand how the internet works these days.
hmm it works in ugly way, I would say. How algorithms work, how they just make some people depressed is terrible, and you need to really keep that in mind. That it's not that you're doing something wrong; it's that you're doing it not the way algorithm likes it. Not the way they want you to do it. That's my opinion.
Yeah, well, the algorithms, like all my girlfriends, if they just would have told me, I'm a bit clueless. I've got a good heart, but I'm a bit clueless. I meant well.
Mhm. Okay.
The right thing.
Roman, sorry for ignoring you. We were just finishing that conversation. Good to see you.
Дуже давно.
Brandon!
Jak sprawa, samiec?
Well played, bro. Well played.
Pamiętajesz?
Seems like it was yesterday.
Oh
O,
yeah.
dziewczynki. Oj. Anyway, yeah, that was a really cool story. Yeah, Roman is the most
Rick,
handsome man. Um, are you still single, Roman? We auctioned you. The auction, we're at $5,000 so far. We've auctioned you. We're
but to be honest, I listened the stream for last 15 or 20 minutes, so there was no auction.
It was
Well
earlier.
prepared.
It was early.
I think you need to go back to the VLK. Your contusion, your brain is not working correctly.
That's true.
We're at $6,000 now. $6,000 for a date with Roman Truckomits, ladies and gentlemen. It's the West.
Ladies, it's Ukraine.
Roman at least got to choose that, right?
No, there's no choose. It's just ladies, bro.
I know. I mean, to choose if he doesn't want any man, like. I mean, Brandon.
Excuse me?
I mean, Brandon.
You can't play this card.
I can play this card. I call for
You have-
Naruto. So that's the
You
patch
have
on the
no
raffle.
card.
Yeah, I wanted to say
Roman did not come here to play cards.
he did not, but he took some cards with him.
Who knows?
Yeah.
Maybe.
So you
Yeah,
can do the
prepare.
tricks.
So maybe later. Maybe
Okay.
later, but still.
Oh, yeah. Just
Yeah,
I got a
keep-
really
keep-
cool
keep
card
on-
today.
Guys, keep on going, please, because conversation was so interesting. I don't want to interrupt. I just thought that I'm not invited for today, and I just get this message from Yurik, and then I think, really?
Well, you
So-
said sure, I will come, and then you say
Yes, but it was 22:00 and no message, so I thought, okay, next time then.
You know me,
Yeah.
I'm not on time ever.
It's first time in our history.
Okay.
I got
so
a
could you-
card. This is I got a birthday gift today. You guys know these, don't you? RBT
Mm,
You
I-
see them on Instagram?
I've seen it.
Yeah. I got this at Nova Post today for my birthday. Late. It's very.
Mhm.
See, it's got Masa. It's got my dog.
Nice.
Yeah, it's got my name on it as well. And they wrote they even type out like a telegram, like a personal message for you as well from the person who sends it.
Nice.
Yeah,
So it was for your birthday, you say?
it was for my birthday. Yes,
And when your birthday is?
I turned 39 years old on April 30th.
April 30th, 39. Wow.
Yeah.
Lucky man, still alive. Way to go.
You see the white?
Yeah, I can even see it.
What?
The white hair.
Oh. Milk?
Yeah, you can't grow one still. How old are you, Roman? 35?
15.
Okay, Leonardo DiCaprio. We'll never know until you hit like 50. Then you
No,
will
I,
look
ju-
like 50.
I just have my portrait of Roman the Grey
The gray?
or Dorian Gray. Who knows?
Ah, Roman Gray. Brandon, another one from Tune Otterson. Why did you give your best friend the name Masa? I'm not sure if it has the same meaning in Swedish as Norwegian, but in Norway we call a female naggy person Masa. LOL.
In Sweden, we call them häxan, witch. Well, a bitch, but yeah. Anyway, Masa. So if anybody doesn't know, that is Masa. See, there's Masa.
Hmm.
Okay. Masa is from Latvia. We adopted her when she was a year old in 2021. And in Latvia, they don't have Cyrillic. But for the letter S, they use a punt on top of the S, which is the sh. Okay. So she's a Masha.
Ah,
She was a Masha, and we didn't know this because we're just ignorant people in Sweden who know nothing of these Slavic ways. And Masha became a Masa. And Masa in Latvian means sister. So that made sense.
pretty cool.
But we misidentified her. But she's from Sweden. She can identify with whatever. She can identify as a Masa or a Masha. It's in Stockholm. It's okay.
Now look at the chat, Brandon. You see a lot of Masa there now.
Oh yeah. She's got a lot of fans. That dog. You know.
Yeah. And
I use her
she's a sweet
relentlessly
dog,
to
right?
raise money, because I haven't held a rifle in about 15 months and I haven't got boobs. You know what I mean? So I have to compensate for my collections, because there's always a good-looking girl, or something. But I always tell them, if you're ugly, if you're just an O leg or a no leg, or we got plenty of Sashas, get a dog in the photo, and you'll get more money.
Yeah, dogs really rule, definitely. And Brandon, she's a sweet dog, right?
She is. If you don't piss her off, she'll bite you, and you probably deserved it. but she's only ever bitten 5 times, and they deserved it.
Yeah, that sounds
She's very
reasonable.
sweet.
Masa is beautiful. Indeed, cats. Okay, guys. Come on, donate. I need this.
Donate.
Wow, your tactics so awesome right now.
Yeah, you know, I'm just tired, man.
I can maybe get you some more money. You know, Starsky and I did this before, and we got to $3,000 pretty quick on the shills. I'm just saying, you know, like we showed a bit of skin.
Maybe because it already happened. Maybe it's not gonna bring that much. What do you think?
Yeah, because everybody screen recorded it, so it's like we
Yeah.
can't sell what is already out there for free on the interwebs.
Indeed. Okay.
But they've not seen Roman yet.
The question from Nikki. Okay. Let's focus on that. Roman.
Quoi? What?
Did they see anything already? Maybe we don't know about any video. You were mentioning once you were thinking of creating OnlyFans. Who knows? Maybe something happened already.
Excuse me?
Well, he is just talking about lifting your shirt. That's it.
Just probably get $50 real quick. You know, you just have to show a nipple. I'm just saying. Dla Ukrainy.
The real, like, nipple?
I'm telling you, we'll make money. I'm telling you, like, do you want to help your country or not? Come on. It's just a nipple, one nipple. Don't
This
show
is
both of them because we might need that nipple for
This
later.
is my nipulation.
Yes.
Yeah. Manipulation. Yeah.
It's manipulation. Yes, it is. It's manipulation. That's exactly what it is.
Whoa, wait a sec, it was cool.
We can't talk
Ooh.
about this after the war.
Nice one.
Oh. Okay. New word combination opened on the stream.
Well played. Well played.
And you ideally distracted us from the idea itself. Yeah. So.
Yeah, you noticed that.
Good
That's
job.
why you're pure evil.
Yeah, I just know your tactics already. We worked together for many times.
Yeah, but you never heard this word combination before. Me as well.
Yeah,
Creating
that was a good
in
one.
the action.
Manipulation.
Yeah. Nipulation, yeah. Nikki Hill asked, Brandon, how is your Ukrainian language course going?
Чудово.
Прекрасно. Тож...
Привіт, мене звати Ярина. Я студентка. Я навчаюся в університеті в Києві. Я навчаюся в ранці та вдень. Увечері, зазвичай, я відпочиваю вдома.
Вдома?
5 point to Slytherin.
Борітеся, поборете, вам Бог помагає. Every time SBU gives me shit at a blog post, I just yell this at them, and they're like, "Счастливо. Thank you for what you do for my country." I'm like, "Бурят, блядь, нахуй, блядь, иди нахуй. Иди сюда." And they're like,
you know, it's like he said he won't be swearing, but he didn't say anything about swearing in Ukrainian. That's different. You basically don't know anything what he just said, right, Rollers? Yeah. There was no swearing.
Вибачте, я іноземець. Я не знаю, що я кажу.
Правильно.
Іноземець. I don't know what I'm saying.
Yes.
London is the capital of Great Britain.
What's your favorite word in Ukrainian so far?
My favorite word in Ukrainian. Усміхається.
Усміхається. Nice. Smiling.
I can't make you smile. I say it to the girls all the time. They get a big smile on their face, but not you two.
That's a good word. Yeah, guys, it's smiling. In Ukrainian, it's усміхається.
Well, actually, it's a self-reflexive verb, so it depends who we're talking about. It could be many things, but...
Bina says you're a good boy, Brandon.
Who, penis?
No, you.
Venus.
Bina.
Oh, Bina.
It's Bina.
Yeah, it's Bina. What?
Thank you,
Okay.
Bina. Thank you, Bina.
Thank you very much. Brandon, what was the most tranquil and peaceful place you've traveled to? Keith Kane asked. That's a good question.
All right, Keith, come back. In Ukraine or in the world?
Probably in the world, but let's begin with in Ukraine.
Okay, in Ukraine. It's not really a place. Well, actually, it was at a place, but I went to a Marina Krut concert for Christmas. I was invited to. And there's something about the bandura, if anybody's not familiar, which is a Ukrainian instrument that's very hard to play. There's like 50 strings on it.
Yeah.
But Marina Krut was a Eurovision finalist, and it turned out we had a lot of mutual friends. But that was this Christmas that I recently had. That was the best Christmas I've ever had in my life. But that concert was like that was just the. And she raised 500,000 hryvnia for the National Guard. That night, she auctioned off her clothes. Honestly, she did. She was wearing a beautiful fur vest that sold for about 150,000. Everything, and she auctioned while playing the bandura. That was the most peaceful ever experience in my life. The most content. That concert, and yeah, we've since become friends, and been involved in other events. That was the place. Other than that, I don't know. Probably I I used to live in Australia, and some days I just go to the beach by myself, and not a busy beach outside of Melbourne, and just look off. I mean, the next stop is Antarctica. But
Mhm.
you wouldn't know because it's so nice and warm.
Mhm.
When I look out to sea, when I look at like the real sea, the ocean, uh, yeah, just infinite. Um, yeah, when I'm at the beach,
Mhm. Have you been
and
to?
not like the beach. I do like that kind of part of the beach too, but like that doesn't give you any peace or content. But like the quiet, peaceful.
Where
Yeah.
there's not many people, right?
In England, I lived by the beach for years, and I made myself a promise that I would at least, because I lived in a beach town, to spend a couple hours a week to actually go to the beach.
Mm-hmm.
But when you live by the beach, you never go to the beach. But I did that. That's where I found my peace, my happiness.
Okay. Not Curitiba?
Curitiba.
Curitiba. Mm-hmm. Okay. Brendan
Are
sounds
you?
kind of Irish too. Brendan, are you
Oh
Irish?
wow, no, this is awesome. This is awesome. So I don't know what you're gonna think of me, but so I used to live a rather colorful life, and I hope you give them some highs. Give Rick some money. So I quit drinking. I haven't taken drugs or alcohol since just before I turned 26, and now I'm an old man. But I used to live a pretty wild life, and I was when I got into the army, I came into some really good employment. And when you're 22, 23, and you've got like 100 grand in the bank, and I'm not talking grivna, you think you're smart, you think you're sexy, you think you're wild. And I went all over the world. And one night I was very much drinking, and maybe other things, and I was in Panama City, Panama, at a roulette table, and I came across a woman from Curitiba, and at the roulette table, and yeah, well, she was a Brazilian girl at a roulette table in Panama City, so you can just imagine physically, she was a lovely lady. Her name was Fernanda, um, and we ran off into the night for one wild week of my life, and I don't I don't know how it. I ended up on an island, Bocas del Toro, near Costa Rica when it all ended. But that woman changed the course of my life. A woman from Curitiba, and yeah, I think I'm not going to go anywhere with that story anymore from that. But all that happened, I put it all on black on the roulette table, and it came up black. Yeah. So, oh, God bless Fernanda. Oh, I was 23 years old. I was as young as you once, Roman. Do you know what I mean? I was your age once. It was.
But he's 15 now, not
Oh,
23.
he's 15
Yeah,
now.
he told
Yeah.
you that.
Did you ever watch that? What's that movie there? Or I don't know if it was a
No,
made-for-TV
no,
movie where the guy takes the drug
never.
to make him younger, but he's like, well, what if I took 2 or 3? And he kept getting younger and turned into a baby.
No, I already mentioned that. No,
It's
I
not
didn't see
the
it.
Benjamin Button story, definitely.
I don't know. But yeah, anyway.
There was a story, the Kurochiba story, and
Yeah, I ended up
Brandon,
in
stop reading
Argentina
the
after
chat.
that.
Stop reading the chat.
I went to follow her to Curitiba, but I never made it past Buenos Aires. And that was 7 months of my life. Oh my God. I can
Benjamin
dance, you know.
Button. You what?
Yeah, tango dancer. I was a dancer for off and on for 5 years.
Tango, the passionate dance, right?
Mm-hmm. Very passionate.
Has Brandon ever thought about leading a retreat for soldiers to the Carpathian Mountains? It would be mutually beneficial. What is his favorite comfort food? That's another question. Let's begin with the retreat to the Carpathians.
No, absolutely not. I would be irresponsible. I would give them alcohol and lots of bad things. But I have been involved with the Repower Foundation, which has brought over 500 military personnel, mostly medics, on recovery programs to Denmark and Sweden. And they have Ukrainian psychologists in there where they actually have to do an hour of psychology a day, which opens Ukrainians' minds to the possibility of psychology and PTSD, that they can actually get help. So no, I would solicit for people to support people who are doing that very well. Don't go with Rishala in the back of some van to the mountains to see some mulfar who's just going to give you whiskey.
And and
Yeah, me and
maybe
Ryan
something
Macbeth.
else.
Yeah, give them here. Have cigars and whiskey. Yeah.
Retreat. We actually know about Repower. We talked to Sebastian, who was involved in that program. Do you know him?
Swedish Sebastian.
Yeah, Swedish Sebastian.
Yeah, hippie Sebastian.
Yes, hippie Sebastian. We had a hippie stream with him, with Roman. We went to his place, and he was playing instruments.
In Podil.
Yes, we did that.
Yeah, he comes up to me at Repower, and he's an amazing guy, but like I don't have that same kind of energy, and like I'm just there with my coffee and cigarette in the morning on the beach. He's like, Brandon, take off your shoes and your socks, feel the sand energy in your feet, and I'm like, why don't you fuck off?
That's Brandon's energy.
Yeah, no, he's amazing guy. They are amazing, all of them. They're in my will.
What do you give them?
Well, I don't know. Depends what's there at the time, but I've seen the shit show when foreigners die and how people like to shake their corpses, and I knew how much Cheka was worth, and it all went to a good cause. So I decided to write a will to make sure that nobody shakes my corpse down.
That's good.
And Repower, there's 2 causes, and Repower is one of them. I'm just saying, just in case, you never know, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Repower seems like a great program, of course.
And it can carry on after the war, long after the war.
Oh yeah, that's going to be
Swedes
needed.
and the Danish want to keep supporting this.
That's going to be very much needed. Okay, and what's his favorite comfort food from Keith Kane?
Grechka.
Oh, Grechka, buckwheat.
Well, we didn't grow up with Grechka. You guys hate it because of your post-Soviet trauma. But to me, it was a new thing. And there's so many things you can do with Grechka.
Don't make bread with Grechka. It's terrible. They sell it in Silpo. I hate it.
They make rice cakes. And it is objectively a superior rice cake.
Rice cake. Roman, do you like гречка? You think of a joke connected to nipples with гречка? It's a hard one. Come on, man. Let's skip this one. Just tell me, do you like гречка or not?
Sometimes.
Sometimes. Okay, good. Thank you. Thank you. I also like it sometimes. Sometimes I'm like, oh shit, I haven't eaten гречка in a few months now. I need to cook some. It's super easy to cook. You just boil it for, I don't know, like 20, 30 minutes.
No, I got a system with the gretchka.
Oh, interesting.
So I put it in a frying pan on about a medium heat until it all browns. Or then I discovered a way in the air fryer to put a pan, and I burn the gretchka just a little bit, and then I boil it, and it gives it a totally different flavor. And then what I do, I throw it back in the pan with some salu, and I cut the salu very, very, very thin until it just melts. And then I mix up that fat and put a bit of ukrop in there as well. Now people say you don't put ukrop. Ukrop's for this and that. I do whatever the hell I want. You know what I mean? Because that's just what I do. And I just mix that up with the fat. You put it fat and salt. Everything is good with fat and salt.
Mm-hmm. Oh, that's an interesting way to eat гречка. And ukrop fits almost everywhere. It's a good...
Everything.
Yeah. Guys, ukrop is dill in English. Maybe a lot of you already know
that's
that.
us.
What?
We're ukropen. Ho. That's
Ukrop,
us.
ukrop is something that Russians called Ukrainians back in the days. I don't think they call us like that these days. Or do they?
Yes, they do.
They do?
The last Peter Baufang I had, I heard, I understood those words.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Got it.
And it's like somebody's like, can I send you money and you bring food to poor Roman? It's like, if I don't take the right on the road, I'm dead. What, just so you can have content to see me give food to poor Roman Truckamits. You know what I mean? You and your trauma. Do you know how many people worry about you at night? They didn't care about me. They're like, oh, bring Roman some food.
No, I didn't know.
Yeah, well, they love you, Roman. They love you.
You say it because
they do.
Because of your manipulation, or you are sincere right now?
I'm sincere. Somebody did that once. It's like they sent me $30 in PayPal, and they're like, "Can you go bring Roman some food?" And I'm like, it doesn't work that way. Like it doesn't work this way. Like,
why doesn't it work this way?
I'm in Avdiivka Nepromych. He's in Bakhmut one. It's like I haven't been there in 3-4 months. Things change. I could die. Like just driving down the road. Like, oh yeah, it was good down this road last time. Bitch, wrong. Do you know what I mean? Just to bring Roman some food. Maybe bring me some socks too. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know.
It was so cold.
Shut up. You're getting more sympathy. You've already had enough sympathy. You don't need any sympathy anymore. People want me to...
But I always share and resend all this package to injured in hospital, and I always warn, like I always tell it to the people who send me some package, so I never just use it for myself.
You would have ate it. Don't lie. Don't lie. You would. Here, guys. Yeah, sorry. They, some of the chocolate went missing on the way. You know. She loved you. I don't remember who that was. Give Roman his socks.
But I didn't get any socks. Where they are?
It's corruption, Roman. That $30, it got lost somewhere along the way to the front. I don't know what happened.
It's interesting, you know how it happens like 2 or 3 years ago, and you only dare to share it right now.
Well, in Chasiv Yar, they used to have the best chubareki, right by the blue church that got blown up. There used to be the old babushkas that make the chubareki. I maybe I spent your $30. Maybe it went there. I don't know. Somebody ate. I ate, and somebody else ate, but it wasn't you. That's $30 is a lot of chubareki.
Yeah, I don't eat chebureki, so bon appetit, mon ami. Bon appetit. But next time, just send me some message. I'll read it and it will be cool, just to share some info. Just will be much appreciated for that.
Hold on.
Because
called-
sometimes even such message can really kill the mental damage and raise the mood of fallen warriors. Not fallen, but just almost fallen. Like
Almost fallen.
Almost
You won't
fallen
read
to
the,
the
you
ground.
won't read the message. December 6th, 2024. Bless you, Roman. How's your head? February 4th, you replied to me, yo, Brandon, still bad. I can't complain. How are you? I reply on February 10th. I'm okay. Had my last MRI in December. There's a dead space in my medulla. Are you working in civil life again? You didn't read the message on February 10th. See, this is how often we reply. I write you write back in 2 months, I write back in 6 days, and you don't even look at the message. Like I'm a woman, I'm a scorned lover. You did not write back to me. Oh, we were good the day before. You wrote on December 5th, and then I wrote back on December 6th. But then you didn't write for 2 months, and I didn't write for 6 days. It's called
is it your
mirroring.
justify? Is this your justify for $30 and chebureki mission?
That was years ago, Roman. That was years ago.
I don't know. I will always remember such touchy story when some person tried to help me with warm socks or some food. I always appreciate and remember such things. even if I never see such things and they just stopped on other hands. Yeah.
So it's Brandon is in college. He's a kid now. Oh my God.
Yeah. That's that.
Actually, I do want to go to university again after the war.
What do you want to study?
I want a degree in maritime paramedicine, and there's only one place in the world that does it. And actually, a guy in the Legion who died in 22 in Gur Legion, he went to the same school. He was second year student, but he quit to join the Legion. He was a friend of mine. But I want to somehow, for the rest of my life, it's a bold statement, the rest of my life, but I want to be part of the Medicina Službe, improving the medical in the army.
Mhm. And what in general drives you to this? Like, obviously, probably it's the need to save lives.
No, it's not that.
To cut people.
It's
He patches them up. He doesn't cut them.
I think. Oh, I have cut people. I
Yes,
have
he
cut
is.
people. Yes. I've performed thoracotomies, like slicing into their ribs and running a tube. So I have cut people. But no, I think that like we owe it to the dead to make the country better. Whatever we end up with at the end, we have to make it better. Make it worth it for them. And I see the medical service, but I see improving the army, like trying to reduce the stupidity.
Hmm.
Every bit that we can do that. And that's not just that ours is like that, that every army is like that, and they all make mistakes. But I just think we need to improve. And mine's in medical.
Hmm.
But our medical service is actually very good depending on what brigade you're in, and it's like in some brigades it's world class. They're the best, but everybody should be that way.
Can you name one or two that are the world class?
Well, I think 1st Tank Brigade, their stabilization system in their brigade medical rota is probably one of the most proficient in the country. Like when 3rd Assault started, when they didn't even know what it was going to be, like is it SSO or whatever, they sent their surgeons and anesthesiologists to First Tank Brigade, Petrshankova, to learn how a stabilization worked, and I was there, and I met them, and they stayed with us, and then met them in Bakhmut after they did all their training, and like in November when like Treoshobe was going to kick some ass, that was their doctors there. So you guys in the 3rd Assault have very good medical service. SSO has very good medical service. 35 Brigade, 36 Brigade, very good medical service. 28 Brigade, diabolical. 25 has good. It depends. 81 has very good medical. If you're in Terao, it's not so good. But yeah, we need to. We owe that to we owe it to them.
So basically, to reduce the number of dead. To sum it up, because
no, but I don't think of it that way, because that's not my responsibility. But I think that that's the responsibility now. But when this is over, however way it ends in some years, because it's not going to end soon, we need to rebuild it. We need to completely rebuild it to make it. That's what I want to be part of in a small way. Like there's some really. Because we have to do we can't do that now. We just can't. It is what it is. It is what it is. But that's what motivates me. Like for now, but in the end, we need to make it something new. And yeah, that'll keep you busy for 20, 30, 40 years.
Oh yeah.
Anyway, goodbye, guys. I love you.
Good night, Brandon.
Live long and prosper. Thank you, everybody.
Thank you very much for being here and boosting up the donations.
Paka paka sobaka.
Good night. So Roman, do you still have the energy for us, or you want to go to sleep?
Not sleep, but I just want to lay down because my head just exploding from inside.
I can see that. Well, thank you for coming here today. I hope it was somewhat interesting and pleasant for some part of it. Thank you, Roman. You know that rollers love you, and they always are happy to see you here. And I'm always happy to see you here myself, not just rollers. Well, I'm actually part of rollers, so I can. When I say for all rollers, I mean myself too.
Okay, was cool. Oh shit.
Yeah,
it was an interesting stream. Thank you for having me, and thank you very much, rollers, for donating and for your comments, compliments, arguments, everything. Thanks a lot. Take care, guys, and be on touch.
Thanks, brother.
Bye-bye.
Good night. Live long and prosper.
Bye.
Rick, are you teaming with another YouTuber for the next NAFO campaign or raising funds by yourself? I'm thinking by myself this time. I had one person in mind, but that person cannot do it right now. So it's going to be me. But I'm aiming for, I think, 3 trucks. So it's going to be a pretty big campaign, and I will probably have to work my ass off to raise those funds. But I think impossible is nothing. You know me, I'm a grinder. I was closing the campaigns of 60,000 alone already. And we always have some either miracles or super generous people coming in and helping us. Patriot patch incoming, perhaps. Yeah, there should be a second patch in this campaign, but I have another one in mind, working on it. It's hard, to be honest, to achieve the result this time. I don't know why. But yeah. Anyway, we're getting there slowly but surely, and the result is almost. We already almost have the result. Yes, is Roman going to do it with you again, Rick? I asked him. He said he doesn't know. Probably not this time. He's a bit tired of it, and right now his headaches are coming back, so it's harder for him. And yeah, so just you and me, guys, this time probably. But I can travel to different channels, and what was I saying? I can travel to other channels and join other communities in, if they will be willing to join, but they will, I am sure. What I need to remind you about the auction, Aziza's paintings on the auction. We have current bids are Gabriel and Pravit. It's Philip Oward. He outbid Gabriel on Aziza's smaller paintings. And right now, current bid for Heartbeat Crimea is from Gabriel. So 9, 8, 7, 5, 4. 5 after 7. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And this Naruto patch goes to 0. Let's spin the wheel. Ta-da! Come on. Come on. Oh my god, it's number 513. It was really close to an end. I think it's the first time we're getting, and it's Junjo. Junjo, it's destined for you to get this patch. You really wanted it, and the random decided that it's you who should get it. It's fantastic. Let's go back to the sheet. Number 513. Yeah, Junjo, that's you. Congratulations. In a good way. Fucking in a good way, of course. Sorry, I'm not impersonating. Just gonna do the 6, 5, 4, 3. Maybe the epic one. 2. No, that's not the one. 1. And let's spin the wheel. Let's go. And it's clicking pretty loud. And one number 183. Weird Al Yankovic. I got it. Like the parody one. Great. 183. Let's go and check it out. Who is the winner? Who's the second winner? 183. I'm not mistaken. No, I'm not. 183. We're moving closer, and I'll keep the intrigue. 183. David 47 from Robert Jonassar. Oh shit, I just sent the package to David 47. I'll have to send another one. I sent it the day before yesterday. I could have spent less money on packages. Okay. It's meant to be like this. But yeah. Congratulations, David 47. Tickets from Robert Jonassar. You know, ideally, I should give you a motivational speech in the end. I don't like motivation myself. I don't like it. You can see me working my ass off, but it's getting a bit harder some days than the others. You know, I know that no matter what, we just gotta keep going. We got to be stubborn. We got to be resilient. Of course, it also includes money, and it's not always easy to have money for that, for donations. For Junjo said, Rick, we feel complete with this stream. We will good with you. We will good with you. You don't need to do anything special at the end here. We want to see you rest, and that's really all. I'm V low on money and have donated in the past, low on cash due to loss of job. Will support as I can. Shit, man, I'm sorry to hear that. And then, I even more appreciate this subscription, Javelin subscription here. Thank you so much. And please don't spend your last money on me. I never ask for that. If you ever feel that you cannot afford supporting me, unsubscribe, support yourself primarily. And yeah, we need to care about ourselves to be able to care about the others. Great fucking job. Speech done, Nikki Hill says. No, guys, I wanted to say that no matter how hard it is, some weeks, some days, no matter how pointless anything feels to me or to any of you at some hard times, it will change the next day. Maybe not literally. Maybe it will be in 2 days, in 3 days, in a week. But you feel different. And I always hold on to this when I feel like totally hopeless and I cannot find any positivity. I just think of it really be different tomorrow. And I had this before. I had some dark days, some bad times, but in some time life was just the opposite. It was fantastic. And I got some good news, and I really had it better. Bye all, bye Levy, good night. You give us love, that's perfect enough, dear. Thank you, Danielle. You give a lot of love to me too, guys. Our friends are worth it, indeed, Andres. Thank you. Thank you guys for being you. You, the loving, caring, non-indifferent people. Indeed, and Ukrainians are fighting for freedom more than anyone else. Ukrainians indeed do that. They inspire me so much. Fuck, there are many Ukrainians who I admire so much and really keep going. Thanks to a lot of them, and thanks to you guys. You also inspire me a lot. Добраніч всім. Добраніч, Annie. Good night, everyone. Good night, guys. Thank you for watching. Please like this video, leave any comment under it, and subscribe to this channel if you haven't yet. You can find the full stream recording. This clip was taken from here. And I invite you to join us on Rick the Ukrainian here for live streams and videos from Ukraine. Thank you, and live long and prosper.